Hey guys, welcome again to Jake the Artist. This is show number 2. In this episode, we're going to be looking over some of my work from my art classes from my senior year, and just a little bit I've done since then. Alright, here we have it again. You guys saw this from the first episode. This is my art notebook, not really a portfolio. It's just kind of a dilapidated blue book. This thing we have here, I've got my stuff divided up here. We've got the first bit. This is work I did for Miss Iglesias. And what we have is she inspired us to work using the right side of our brain. Every day in class, we would do our work to classical music, pure silence sometimes, but mostly she'd have classical music going, stuff without words apparently. Stimulates the right side of your brain, so she was all about stimulating that creative side. This was day one's exercise here. We had this top image, and she said to draw this image here. Basically, copy it best you could. And I think it's a pretty good copy. What we have here, this is part of a lady's face. We have eyes, eyebrow, earring, some kind of head dressing here. This is a piece of a Picasso picture, I believe, is what she said. I don't remember. But basically, this was to serve as a motivator to break down a piece. You know, no one's going to step into a class in 10th grade and say, oh, I can draw something that Picasso drew. But this was really a motivation to us to say, hey, you know what? You just drew something from an incredibly renowned artist. You can do it, guys. You have the skills, the power, and the ability. So she was really about empowering us to get creative and to not worry. She said it's all just lines and shapes. Remember that. Don't think of it as, oh, this is a face or this is a hand, but this is all lines and shapes. Draw what you see. And so that's what it was about. So it was really cool. This was the first day's challenge. Next stuff here, we focused on negative and positive space here. We did quite a bit of that. We have a drawing comparison. We were supposed to draw that picture based on that. The thing that was cool too is she graded based on improvement. So it drove us to be better every time. We pushed ourselves. We had here modified blind. We had blind, contour drawing, and modified blind. Basically, you did this looking away from your paper. You were just drawing, but you couldn't look at your paper when you did, so you just kind of had to feel the lines, that sort of a thing. But the thing was, since it was modified, you could set your pencil back down, but then you'd have to look away whenever you started to draw again. So that was pretty good. That was on my leg, very hairy leg there, very Robin Williams-like leg. This was my hand. Looks like it got cut in a garbage disposal there. Kind of chewed up fingers. But yeah, we got a good effort. Yay! So it's cool. I liked it a lot. We had this one. We had to draw this picture upside down as well. And it's not perfect, but I think I did pretty well. I think this guy kind of looks like Don Knotts. Another good time. This was one. We had to do this big one upside down as well. Kind of stretched us, because that's not the way we're used to doing things. You don't draw pictures upside down. Alright, our next bit here, from 2002 to 2004, I had Mrs. Richmond was my teacher, and that's really what the bulk of the rest of this is. She gave us assignments at the beginning of the class. All of my projects I did were either displayed there or given to other people who really liked them. I wasn't much on hoarding my stuff. That's why I don't have so much of it. Like I said, a lot of it Katrina does, I put it. But a lot of it too was just I liked to share my art, so I get to share it with you guys as well. And we had every day when we came into class, we had these pictures. We had to replicate what we saw on the screen, and then we learned a little bit about the pictures, and then we would move on to whatever project we were doing. These go on for quite a bit here. Not very easy to turn. I apologize for that. These are my roughs. As you'll see later, we had a project to do something about celebrating freedom, and I ended up using freedom of religion, and you'll see that picture here in a little bit. And I am a Christian. It helped me get through a lot of tough times. I've lost my mom and my dad my sister, my grandparents. Uh, I'm no stranger to death, and so it's helped me cope with a lot. It helps get me through the day. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm a Christian. No two ways about it. And if you don't support that, that's fine with me, but I'm just letting you know it's influenced my life, and I thank God every day for it. I couldn't cope without it. These were some, I guess, kind of still lifes, but not so much as looking at shading or anything like that. This was more focusing on the line composition of items. This one was my favorite. This was the still life of our bathroom there. You can see the reflection of the bottles and everything, and my lower portion of my pants in the mirror there. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I really like that one. This was my roughs for the Freedom project. We had marriage. It's folded on the end there. Marriage, and then we had religion. And then I chose the religion one. They had put it on the news. It was part of a big mural. This was a pen and ink assignment we did, and I actually did this in 4 hours. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I just sat down and did it. It was a multiple, if I remember, it was at least a 2-week project in class, but I sat down at home, finished it in 4 hours because there's nothing on TV, as odd as that is. But that's really what happened. I sat down, finished it. I think it looks pretty awesome. Let me get tighter on there. We've got all sorts of line styles, cross-hatching, pointillism. I really like it. This is probably one of my favorites. This was my stalker picture, if you will. We had an assignment to draw a face for the class. So I chose Jim Carrey. Here's my photocopy there. Here's my original. I would really like to send this to Jim Carrey, but I don't want to creep him out with it. But yeah, there's the original of the Cable Guy. Cable Guy! Jim Carrey. Doesn't look 100% like him, but I think it looks pretty good. I enjoy it a lot. Alright, this last leg here, this is stuff from college and then after college. I didn't get to do much. What happened was I got led to the veer off from my art path and pursue youth ministry. And so I went to Bible college instead of art college, and so I didn't get to do much artwork, but I'm trying to make up for that now. But here's our first image. We have a Jesus transformer with the hair and the beard. It says Romans 12:2, renewer of our minds. Jesus is the transformer. I scanned it in, little color there. I was going to make it in the shirt, never happened, but something fun I did. This was a concept for something called Ethics, basically a book about right and wrong, just choices that we make. It was a what would you do type of project. It was going to be interactive as well. So it was inspired from Tim Sales, Peter Petrelli jumping off the roof from Heroes. We had a missionary convention, and I did the art for it. One of my friends did the coloring for it. I think he did a terrific job. He's a missionary himself. Terrific. This is an image I did. This was our senior minister at the church I was serving at. He passed away, and I did this as a tribute to him, and I gave it to his wife at the funeral. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for continuing to inspire me with your comments and your requests. Like I said before, the first one to respond to this video, email me at jaketheartist@yahoo.com. Send an attachment with what you want me to draw, and I will draw it for you. We'll see you next time. Stay strong and faithful. Thanks.